Hello everyone. I don't know why I started the video like that. Hello everyone. No, that sounds weird. But hello. I hope you have had an amazing weekend and that you have managed to get everything that you wanted to get done and have just set yourself up good for the week. At least that's what I'm trying to do. Obviously a part of that is doing my weekly analysis, so let's do it together. I'm gonna be analyzing gold and NASDAQ. This is the last week. This coming week is the last week of the month, which is super exciting. And so far, I've been going really well with forward testing and demo trading NASDAQ. And as long as this week goes okay, then I will be moving to live trading NASDAQ as well. So that's exciting. But yeah, let's do a weekly analysis. I apologize. I'm feeling very low energy right now, but I wanted to make sure that I got this done before the week starts. But yeah, I apologize. I might seem slow. I might seem like I don't want to be marking up the charts, but I do. I'm just feeling very low energy and yeah, so I apologize. But let's start with gold. I don't think much is going to change in terms of what I've got marked out at the chart. I think all of my zones are actually being respected really extremely well. Like honestly, like really well. It's a bit crazy. So we got the all-time highs here. And we've obviously dropped since then. Oh, we could even drag this over here. But yeah, we basically met this level. We got a little bit of a push up. Price broke back down. This is the not all-time low, but this is the low that we have of this range since price broke off of the all-time highs, which is an interesting point to mark out. So I just have that marked out as a low here. I've been able to draw a trend line going up, and it's had 1, 2, 3, 4 touch points, which is really crazy. We can obviously see that price has pushed here, formed a high, formed a higher low, formed a higher high, formed a higher low. It's formed a lower high here in terms of this week, and it's gone and it's formed a higher low here. So I'd be interested in seeing, is price going to continue to push? Like, is this just internal structure for another push up to make a high high? But yeah, until this trend line is broken to the downside, and I mean, how is it going to break? Oh. Anyway, I'm sorry, I'm just being slow. And then until this zone here is disrespected, I'm going to be bullish. But yeah, that's basically my outlook on gold. Yeah, nothing crazy. I don't think this needs to be tweaked at all. The only thing that we could do is perhaps, no, this isn't what I wanted. I always do that. I wanted the ray tool. Here it is. We could potentially do something like that, but look, the trend line's already been disrespected, so, and then if we have it here, that's only 1 touch point, but then if we have it here, that's basically 4 touch points. So I don't know, I don't really feel the need to put it there because I don't trade trend lines, but this is just an area where price seems to bounce off of a lot in terms of like being bullish. So I think that's the only point of interest that I have. But yeah, I don't want to overcomplicate it. Let's just move on to NASDAQ. NASDAQ, I believe, is bearish. I strongly believe that it's bearish. Look at the reaction that it's had when it got to this level. What was this? This was on Thursday. So I really should have flicked to my weekly analysis throughout the week a little bit more, because looking at the way price basically hit this level and sold off was crazy, because I literally had it marked out here and it literally did exactly that, which is just absolutely insane. I just have a headache. I just had a tablet, but it's still very much there. But this trend line looks like it was disrespected a little bit. We've got a little bit of a candle close, or a candle opening above, but that's alright, because it still continued down, so it's still below this level. Again, I really don't think there's very much more to analyze. Like, it looks pretty good. Like, my analysis last week, it just looks like it's been respecting all of the areas, and yeah, I'm not too like worried or anything. Like, this looks like a good analysis. I guess for the week I'm still bearish. I knew that I was still bearish. I think this is when the Nvidia earnings came out, so I probably could have been like, oh, okay, the Nvidia earnings are out. Look how much it's pushed up. Okay, look, it's reacted off of that level that I had marked out. I think maybe that's how I could have approached that, but yeah, we haven't got a candle close below this level yet here, so it does show that there's strong buyers sitting here, but other than that, it looks good to me. Like with the markups that I have, I don't think I need to change anything, so I'm still bullish on gold and bearish on Nasdaq. And then the DXY, I just marked this up because this kind of helps me have an understanding of where the US dollar's at. So because the US dollar obviously it affects gold. Okay, well, clearly on an uptrend, and we've been on an uptrend for the DXY. Overall, we're on a downtrend, but it's been uptrending. The sellers sitting here. We've had 2 doji candles at this level recently, and then here we also had a doji candle, and then we've had a lot of doji candles up this range. We've got the overall low here, so really I want to see, is price going to have a candle close above this level? That's what my main concern, I guess you could say, is. So I'm just going to set an alert there, and then we've got an alert at this level, so I want to know when once price breaks this level, because then that would line up with the overall trend that we have. But price still has broken these highs here in terms of the wicks, so that's interesting. But yeah, I mean, I don't want to overcomplicate it, so I'm just going to go straight over to my weekly analysis. I apologize, I don't know if you guys can hear the background noise, but it's a little bit loud. Hopefully my computer doesn't pick it up. Oh my god, I'm so tired. Okay, pre-weekly analysis. Okay, let's move this. Okay. Okay. Do I have the 2 instruments on here? I do, that's great. Okay. I only journal Nasdaq and gold because analyzing the DXY is just going to give me an idea on the US dollar, but I don't want to crowd myself up too much. I think just noting down like the analysis on gold and Nasdaq is really what matters the most. So we'll start with gold. High time frame bias is bullish. It's the high and low of range that I'm interested in. Let me just show you guys and reaffirm to myself what I actually mean when I say that, or when I write that down. So I guess the high and the low of range would be here, the low and the high of the trend. The bullish trend line. News, let's have a look at the news. Monday, nothing. Really? We got nothing. We got PPI, core sales, and retail sales. Okay, we got PPI and retail sales. Let's go PPI, retail sales. So on Tuesday, and then Wednesday we have unemployment claims and GDP. So we have unemployment claims and PCE. So I don't know what that is. Yeah, PCE and GDP. So I can expect Wednesday to be volatile because it's a lot of news. Thursday nothing, Friday nothing. Okay, cool. That's okay. So I can expect that Wednesday will be volatile and other instruments or other days trendy. So I think that it's going to be a little bit more trendy than it has been, simply because we're getting Brent forward news, and as long as it comes out as expected, then hopefully things will be a lot clearer for investors. Okay, the setups that I'm focusing on is buys on gold and sells on Nasdaq. What setups am I avoiding? Rushed setups. And and impatience. What will invalidate my bias if price reverses? I don't know, maybe I'm being slow. Wait, I'm only doing gold. Oh. Setups I'm avoiding sells. If low is broken. How will I manage my risk? 1%. 1% a trade. And 1 trade a day. Okay, now we'll have NASDAQ. High time frame sells. We've got the high and low and the trend line. Oh gosh, I'm so tired. Okay, I'm just gonna copy and paste this here. And then I expect it to be trending because it's been trending. What setups am I focusing on? Sells. If price breaks highs. I'm avoiding buys. How am I manage my risk? Demo. How do I want to show up? Patient and precise. Hesitation. So I've taken a lot of demo trades where they've played out and then just taken them on demo. Oh, what did I do? I dropped something. But I've been taking them on demo for gold as well. Just some that I'm not 100% sure on, and like it's like where I get like analysis paralysis in a way. But to be fair, it's only been like I think one on gold or 2 or something on gold that I was hesitant on, but they were for like various reasons, like doji candles on an indication, on a higher time frame, and things like that. So now that I've kind of tested things that I was unsure about, I feel like I can just stop hesitating and I feel actually ready and like a bit more confident. So it's not like I'm upset that I demo traded before, but I'm just like, okay, I've taken this little period of time, all these few setups that I'm unsure about to demo trade. Now I can learn and know that, no, my analysis was right for X, Y, and Z scenario. I can get in. Do you know what I mean? One rule I must not break is wait for confirmation. Main trading goal, be a good disciplined trader. Main mindset or discipline goal. That's the same thing, but I guess patience. Obviously it's going to be journaling. Okay, that is it. That is my weekly analysis. I hope that you enjoyed this. I hope that you're not as tired as I am and that you had an amazing weekend. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I wish you all the best for this coming week. Let me know what you're expecting this week, and yeah, bye.